Hello and welcome to Sensational South. I'm Harish Upadhyaya. This is the show that gets you the flavor of South India. And South India has been making a lot of noise, especially in Delhi this week, with Kerala and Karnataka protesting, crying that the union government was not being fair. While devolution of taxes took place, they're also saying that the grants haven't been released, especially the ones that were recommended by the 15th Finance Commission. What's the reality? How will it play out politically? We'll debate that, but first the story.
Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, two Chief Ministers protesting in Delhi with one common demand, asking the union government to be fair in devolution of taxes and release of special grants. Both of them, armed with data, tried to corner the union government. 78% of funds for Karnataka budget came from state's own revenue, while only 16% came from central tax devolution. But on the other hand, a state like Bihar was heavily dependent on central tax devolution to fund its budget. Only 26% of the budget was funded by state's own revenue, while a whopping 48% being funded by central tax devolution. With statistics like these, Karnataka alleged a stepmotherly treatment from the Modi government. The Congress-led Karnataka government argues that in the 14th Finance Commission, the state got 4.71% of total taxes, while it has been reduced to 3.64% in the 15th Finance Commission. The BJP argues that during the UPA government, the state received 81,795 crore through various taxes, and during the NDA government, Karnataka received 2,82,791 crore rupees. The Finance Minister also rubbished the claim that the 15th Finance Commission had recommended 11,495 crore rupees as special grant to Karnataka. In a quick and a theatrical response, Karnataka's Chief Minister accused the Finance Minister of making false statements on the floor of the Parliament.
You said you won't interfere. Why do you lie in Parliament? Rupees 11,495 crore was refused by none other than Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. In Parliament, you claim you don't want to interfere since it's an autonomous body. Why do you lie, madam? If you are not interfering, then why did you refuse? Is 11,495 crore a small amount?
The Kerala government's protest in Delhi has accused the Modi government of targeting non-NDA state governments and clarified that the fight was against the union government's unfair tax distribution and not against North Indian states.
The issue of denial of our rightful share from the union side is raised by Kerala very earlier. For the last 2.5 years, we were continuously raising this issue.
With Tamil Nadu, Telangana and even Andhra Pradesh echoing similar concerns, the Lok Sabha poll narrative in South might have already been set.
Are southern states really being treated in an unfair manner when it comes to the devolution of taxes? Or is it just a political narrative being built up with Lok Sabha elections in mind? We'll debate this. We have our eminent panel joining us today. We have Mr. Prakash, the spokesperson of Congress. We have Mr. G.S. Prashant, the spokesperson of the BJP. We have Advocate Rakhi Ravikumar, the State Council member of the CPI in Kerala. Mr. Prashant, I'll come to you first. Let's look at the figures that are doing the rounds right now. You look at how Karnataka funds its budget. You look at Karnataka, roughly around 78% of its budget is funded by its own revenue, whether it's tax or non-tax. Only 6% of it comes in grants, around 16% of it comes in terms of the tax devolution fund. You compare it to a Bihar, around 26% of Bihar's budget is funded by its own tax revenue, non-tax revenue. A whopping 48% of it, sir, is funded by tax devolution. So many are wondering, why this disparity? How can the BJP in any way explain this, sir?
Harish, firstly, the devolution of taxes does not happen according to the whims and fancies of BJP. It has to be understood from the context of Constitution. Article 280 of the Constitution provides for setting up a finance commission, which is autonomous and a constitutional body. Based on the recommendations of the finance commission, the devolution of taxes takes place. Now look at the different components in that and for different weights being assigned to different particular factors which are considered for devolution of taxes. One of them is definitely population. One of them would be the disparity which is there between the haves and have-nots. The states which have done well to ensure that there is no disparity will be better off, because ultimately that's what the objective was. The economic growing one side, and on the other side, the disparity between the haves and have-nots should also come down. So therefore, in the devolution of taxes, and more so particularly in the 15th Finance Commission, the devolution of taxes has increased from the previous finance commissions here. Earlier it was 32%, which was getting devolution to states. Now it is 42%. There are two facets to it. I know what the Congress will try to say. Look, what was the budget size? Budget size in 2014 was 15.6 lakh crores. Now it is 45.3 lakh crores. The budget size has also grown threefold in terms of the last 10 years. Because we know, you released a white paper in terms of what is the state of affairs when the UPA was in power, and what is in the last 10 years, the transformation taken place in the last 10 years. Therefore, to say that...
But do you believe, sir, some of these parameters...
No, I'm telling you.
Do you believe some of these parameters that the Finance Commission considers for devolution of taxes need to change now? Because there is grouse by several states.
See, whenever the Finance Commission set up, they had conducted a meeting in Karnataka also, in Bangalore, in ITC Windsor Manor. The then Chief Minister was also siddaramaiah. He chose not to attend that meeting. They did not give any suggestions or even request saying that, so look, the population census which was taken in 1971 for 14th Finance Commission is based on 2011 census now. Therefore, any parameters change or the weights to be assigned, any state government for that matter, all the states, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, all of them together, if they had any issue with that, should have brought it to the notice when the Finance Commission was set up, because even now, when the 16th Commission, when the 16th Finance Commission starts from 2026, the consultation process will begin now. Similarly,
yes, absolutely. I'll bring in Mr. Satyaprakash. The allegation by the BJP is you did not speak when it mattered. You did not put forth a strong argument when it mattered. You should have asked for the Finance Commission to change its terms of reference, perhaps.
You need to understand that the Finance Commission is constituted as per Schedule 7 by the Prime Minister. In 14th Finance Commission, there was a representative from the South called Mr. Govind Rao. Why was not 15th Finance Commission had a representative from the South? This 15th Finance Commission constituted by Modi looks like a Finance Commission of the North. There is no representative of the...
This divide has to stop, Ganesh. This divide has to stop.
Ask him to please be quiet. Ask him not to intervene.
Okay, Mr. Satyaprakash, make your point. Yeah.
See, what I'm trying to tell is, our whole point is, mehnat kari murgi, anda kaya fakir. Now the states who are giving you this anda, the fakir is hell bent on, cutting the chicken and making chicken biryani. This is exactly what Mr. Modi has done. In 2012, when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, look at his tweet. He said, Gujarat contribute 60,000, Gujarat ka asmita, what are you giving to us? Are we a beggar state? You are hitting at cooperative federalism is the words he has used against Manmohan Singh. And now as soon as he became PM, complete U-turn by Mr. Modi. Now he is telling we can't give. What is our point is, the cess and surcharge which was just 8 to 9% during UPA has increased to nearly 20%. That means if our total revenues is 25 or 30 lakhs, 20% of it, that means nearly 8 lakh crores doesn't come into the kitty at all. It doesn't come into the tax junction at all.
Yeah.
This is a huge injustice to the people of Indian assets. We are not just talking about Karnataka. We are talking about Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra. All these states will
two quick questions to you.
That you have done through cess and surcharge.
Two quick questions to you, Mr. Prashant. One is what Mr. Satyaprakash raised. This is on social media and everywhere. That the Prime Minister took one line when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He's today talking, anybody asking for their rightful share, it's being termed as dividing the country is what the Congress says. You've seen this argument on social media also. How does the BJP respond to that one? Second, the surcharge and the cess being collected, which doesn't get passed on to states, that is likely to become a huge issue in the 16th Finance Commission. We've already seen Kerala and Karnataka responding to it.
Harish, insofar as the surcharge and cess is concerned, Congress is trying to make it out as if BJP in 2014 has introduced this concept of surcharge and cess. I think they have been in place ever since 1947. So, in the past 60 or 70 years, surcharge and cess, there was no problem when only the center was controlling the surcharge and cess. Only in the last 10 years, Congress has suddenly woken up to say, look, you're collecting surcharge and cess. Are they saying that there was no surcharge and cess which is collected by the center prior to 2014? This is ridiculous claim by Congress. This is where the mindset of Congress comes out. This is point number one. Point number two, insofar as the rights of the states are concerned, every state has got its right to make a representation before the Finance Commission when it set up the terms of reference to say what it wants. And you also need to bring out through details, not making a speech or in a press conference. Need to address it to the Finance Commission, take a meeting, apprise them of what a state's needs are. That is what a leader should do. So therefore, it is not about wanting to divide the country.
I'll quickly bring in Advocate Raki Ravikumar. Ma'am,
Yes,
there
sir.
are two questions. One, they're asking, why are these states not talking when UPA was in power? They did not raise any of these issues. They did not get these terms of references changed when the UPA was in power. Second, there are specific questions about how the Kerala government is going about in terms of its fiscal policy and fiscal discipline.
In this case, you want to consider that matter that at the time when the UPA was there, the Finance Commission is looking upon the 1971 census. So when the census was at that time, which was taken into the consideration, we are also getting much amount from this commission. You will go through the statements and some which we get in the share of the Kerala from on the 10th Finance Commission. At the time of the 10th Finance Commission, we are getting the 3.87% from the tax that collection, and moreover, in the and when the 2.5 at the time of the 14th Finance Commission, and what happened at the 15th Finance Commission, our share has been cut short to 1.925%. So in this time, we want to raise a question: why? What is our priority? What is the priority? The priority they are looking is that our census, and they are now sitting on the census of 2011. And moreover, if that is so, what is our role? Whether Kerala state, in the Kerala state, which we have done well in complying all the government rules from the central government in the earlier years, our demography is low now. So, considering the census and the demography, what happened is that our tax rate, our dividend, our share also cut down. And moreover, from that also, that into 70s and 80s, what happened is our other aspects were not considered by them. Per capita income is also considered. In this matter, we have done a well. Our state has done a well.
But ma'am, you would have seen the argument from the BJP and the union government. They are saying states like Karnataka and Kerala have got big sum of money as low interest loans from the union government.
Yes, we should. We also admit that we are get that much of amount. But what happened is that our demand is more. Our death rate for a person is very low. That is up to 70 to 80. Our senior citizens are very much in Kerala. Geriatric problems are there.
There are different challenges. What happened is that there are different challenges. Mr. Prakash, how do you respond to that? The union government saying that Karnataka, Kerala, some of these states perhaps are the biggest beneficiaries of the low interest loans that the union government gives out.
Why should we take loan when we should get our own share of taxes is all we are asking. Why should we go for loans? Is Modi doing some finance business to the states? Is the center a financing agency for the states? We are not begging Modi and Nirmala Sitharam. What we are asking is, when we are giving 1 rupee, why are you giving us 13 paisa?
Harish,
when Gujarat is giving, one second, why are you doing like this? Have some basic common sense,
Mr. Sathva, don't get agitated.
Why are you doing this, Nonsense, Mr. Prakash. You should have basic common sense,
Don't get agitated.
Common sense argument is, have some basic common sense,
Mr. Sathva Prakash, please wait.
Wait, don't talk like that. What is this nonsense?
Okay.
I think
let's calm down.
We are little more calm, Sathva Prakash.
States are asking the rightful share. The union government should give it instead of saying we'll give you loan. That's the argument that Satya Prakash is trying to make.
1 second, I have not finished.
Okay, please add on, sir. Then I'll bring in Mr. Prashant.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Gujarat gets 30 paisa of every 1 rupee it gives. Why? Is it just because the state of Modi and Amit Shah? What has happened in the 15th Finance Commission is the whole gambit of this thing has gone up. Population has been taken twice. Once, if population is a parameter. Second, in the demography also they have taken the population parameter. In demography, what has happened is for states who have maintained a better TFR rate, like Kerala and Karnataka have suffered, while the states who have not got a better TFR, by multiplying by the 1971 census, their population is high, they are getting better share. Isn't it an act of cooperative federalism, which Modi was trying when he was a chief minister?
Okay, quick response, Prashant. Okay.
How can the prime minister is a prime minister for all states?
Okay, let
He's not
Prashant
just a
respond.
prime minister for Gujarat.
Yeah, fair enough. Mr. Prashant?
Okay. Yes, let me answer that. Now, if they are trying to say that Karnataka gives 1 rupee and getting back 12 paisa, 14 paisa, whatever they're saying, look at it from couple of angles. One, look at it from Maharashtra, which contributes to more than 33% of the direct tax collections of the country. If Bombay says, or Mumbai says, Mumbai as a city is contributing 33% to the center's income tax kitty, will you give back 33% to Mumbai? And now come to Bangalore. Bangalore alone contributes about 70 to 80% of Karnataka's collections. Do you mean to say only Bangalore will be developed and the rest of Karnataka will be ignored? And again in Bangalore, come to the tech corridor, you take the electronic city or the Mahadevpura that side.
But Prashant, is it an apple-to-apple comparison?
Will you develop only those cities?
But
will you develop only those areas? No, Harish, will you develop only those? No, definitely. When you are looking at Viksit Bharat, the entire country has to be developed. We are now on the verge of becoming the third largest economy by 2030. When Congress left in a mess in 2014, we were in the 10th position. Now we are 5.
Our demands, our tax, our all other things, we also made demands. But what happened is that there is injustice. That is a right thing. That is the right thing. You can see in all the aspects. There is injustice to us, to the opposition party.
Definitely no. We are moving towards Viksit Bharat 2047. In the Amrit Kal, India will be the top country in the world.
Karnataka deciding to, in fact, put a white paper on the floor of the House here in the Karnataka Assembly, that being a serious possibility. A lot more things, especially the numbers and data, will become clear. Mr. Satya Prakash, Mr. G.S. Prashant, and Advocate Raki Ravikumar, thank you for joining us.
One thing is for sure, with elections coming up, this issue is likely to continue in the next couple of months at least. Thank you, Mr. G.S. Prashant, Satya Prakash, and Advocate Raki Ravikumar for joining us on the show. That was the big debate of the week. On the other side, we'll get you more stories.
से तो नहीं जीते क्योंकि इमरान खान को बाहर आना चाहिए क्योंकि जब इमरान खान बाहर आएगा तो फिर ही असल इलेक्शन लड़ा जाएगा क्योंकि अभी तो ये इलेक्शन तो नहीं ना हुआ आज़ाद उम्मीदवार सारे जीते हैं उसके तरीके इंसाफ के तो जब तक वो बाहर नहीं आएगा तब तक नहीं है ये इलेक्शन तो ये वन साइड थोड़ी ना है इस टाइम तो इमरान खान ही जीता हुआ है तो उसको बाहर आना चाहिए
इन्होंने हमारे वो इलेक्शन हो रहे थे उन्होंने सब अपने बंदे बिठा के हमारे वो जो भी वोट देने गया 2-2 घंटे एक लाइन में खड़ा रहा हमारे सब कारकुन ऐसे वापस आ गए इन्होंने किसी का अंगूठा भी नहीं लगाया
नहीं ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ੁਬੈਰ ਖਾਨ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਹਦਾ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਹਰੋ ਦਫ਼ਤਰ ਕੁਛ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟ ਕਲੈਕਟ ਕਰੀ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਰਾਤੀ ਰਾਬਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੜਾਇਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਰਾਤੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਆਪੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸਮਝ ਲਓ ਸਾਡੀ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਅਗਲੇ कह रहा कल इलेक्शन कमीशन का कोई फैसला नहीं था हमारा फैसला निकाला बंद करने को कह रहा था इमरान खान ने कहा था कि आपने निकलना है, वोट डालना है, और हम जो है इस वक्त इमरान खान को अपना मुर्शिद कंसीडर करते हैं। फिर मुर्शिद ने जो कह दिया हमने वो करना ही करना था, तो हमने अपनी वर्किंग की, हमने जो है काम किया। हमें पता भी था कि रिजल्ट तो चेंज हो सकते हैं, लेकिन चूँकि एक उम्मीद होती है और उस उम्मीद के लिए और इमरान खान को जेल से बाहर लाने के लिए हमें मेहनत करनी थी। हमने अपनी जो कर सकते थे वो मेहनत की है, और हमने उस मेहनत के नतीजे में लोकली तौर पे हमने जो है वो इलेक्शन जीता है। लेकिन ऑब्वियसली आप देख रहे हैं कि रिजल्ट जो चेंज हो रहे हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम हारे।
अच्छा अच्छा, ये भाई, ओह दिस इज अ ब्रदर, भतीजा, उनका बेटा।
सुबह 6 बजे के हम लोग उठे हुए थे, तो मतलब कि कोई फ़िक्र नहीं थी नाश्ते की और कोई कुछ इतना नहीं था। हम बस पोलिंग स्टेशंस की तरफ गए हैं, वहाँ पे वर्क किया है, जो है अपने कैंडिडेट को जितवाना था। हम उसके लिए मेहनत करते रहे हैं, अपनी पूरी मेहनत की है, लोगों को निकाला है, वोट डाला है और किया है। थकावट बहुत ज़्यादा थी, बट इमरान खान के विजन के लिए हमें जो है वो बिल्कुल भी वो जो है थकावट महसूस नहीं हो रही थी। बट यू नो इज़ अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, एक इंसानी आदमी है, तो उसके तौर पे जो है वो इंसान थक जाता है। तो थक तो गए थे, बट जो है वो
Well, that's all we could pack in this edition of Sensational South, but we leave you with an exclusive interview of Aishwarya Rajnikant, who's back to direction after 9 years. She explains what she felt directing her father and how the whole experience was.
Talivar in an all new avatar. Are you excited, nervous, just hours to go?
Yes, I think it's not yet sunk in that this moment has arrived, and we've been working pretty much non-stop, so I think I'm quite sleep deprived in the first place. But yes, there's a lot of mixed emotions at the moment, and quite not sinking in.
Tell us about Lal Salam. What is the concept of this? You said it has a political message. Tell us more about Lal Salam with a little suspense.
I think the wait is pretty much over. It's only a matter of hardly 24 hours. And right now is not a moment where I should be talking too much about the film. But I would love to talk to all of you once you watch the film, because I think that would be the better way to do this, at least for this film. So the film generally is basically based on true events that has happened in between 90 and 92. And the screenplay is written around the true incidents that have happened in the film, in and around Tamil Nadu. So the film talks about a little bit of politics, very little, but human politics, and it talks about a lot of emotions, human emotions. Basically, the film is a emotional roller coaster of how certain incidents can take a toll on a whole town, a whole group of society, two friends, two families. So I think that's where sports comes into play, and how a cricket match changes the whole fate of a society and a town.
You know, this is also the first time you're directing superstar Talivar Rajnikant. Was it tough, easy? Because you said Mohiddin Bhai, the first choice was not Rajni sir. But how difficult or easy was it for you as a director and as a daughter?
As a director, I think he made it very, very comfortable from his side, because the script was already done, and he came into the script because of the content. So there was not much of discussion with regards to anything there, and he was extremely good, I would say, very nice of him. I shouldn't be saying this because it sounds very cringe, but still, he did not want us to alter anything for his sake of his stardom or whatever he has done, because this film is coming after Jailer. So that was like a celebration of Rajnism. So we had to be more careful. We didn't know whether we had to add what the film, and we didn't want to spoil what was already, because I was very particular that the content shouldn't, get missed out in all this. So he was very nice and understanding with regard to that, saying that no compromise whatsoever done with content. So I need to be in the content rather than the content being around me. So that was great. That was great as a filmmaker. It felt great because we had an artist of this magnitude saying that the content and the film is more important. And as a daughter, it was more of a proud moment to be there because it felt like a moment of achievement for me to direct a superstar.
And also, was there any sort of advice, suggestions that Superstar gave while you were directing the movie? Because A.R. Rahman sir said that there were certain dialogues where, he did make those changes.
I would say that I was being extremely bold, but he was being a concerned father at that moment. He was very careful about what was being portrayed, and there was a lot of forward thinking as to what would happen if we said a few things. So I was more into the film, and I was a little I would say adamant about the fact that I did not want to change certain things, but then he had his reasons, and we, I think, came to a balanced ground after a point. Yeah.
And A.R. Rahman, music, already everyone has been appreciating this. How was it to work with A.R. Rahman sir?
Rahman sir, like I've mentioned everywhere, wherever I've spoken, is a kid. At the same time, he is so much of a spiritual person. You learn so much from him, and there is so much positivity around him, and he's the best example of a person living in the present. He lives in the moment. He doesn't think about the past moment, or he doesn't think about what's going to happen next. I think it's amazing to live like that, because your worries, everything comes down, and there is no fear, and you live your life to the fullest for the moment. I think that's the greatest spirituality that someone can state that someone can be in. I've learned a lot from him that way, and more than anything else, he loved, again, somebody like him came in for the content of what we were talking. So he believed in that, and I'm extremely grateful to him for having been such a support for the film. And to me, personally, emotionally, we've developed such a lovely bonding through this film, which I hope will last.